Hello people, what's happening? I wanted to make a quick video to give you some tips on how to sleep better, how to beat insomnia, because I have struggled with sleep for all my life pretty much, and I tried everything, and lately I've been getting some decent sleep, and it just makes all the difference really. So I'm gonna give you 5 tips that may sound obvious to some of you, but a lot of people tend to overlook, and if you apply them, I can promise that it's gonna make a difference. So tip number 1, circadian rhythm. Whether you like it or not, we are daytime creatures, and as much as I love living the night and the vampire lifestyle, I did it for years, but that eventually it drags you, it makes you feel terrible. So basically what you want to do is every day, if you can, wake up with the sun, and as soon as you wake up, you should be getting some sunlight into your eyes. And what that's gonna do, that's gonna stimulate the production of certain hormones like serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone, and then that hormone will be later converted into melatonin at night, which is the sleep hormone. So as soon as you wake up, don't go on your phone, don't go on your PlayStation, get outside, get some sunlight into your eyes, okay? And then when nighttime comes, when the sun fades, you will start to feel like a bit sleepy instantly just by doing this. That would be first tip. Second tip is food. If you're eating late, too late before bed, that's gonna affect your sleep very negatively. Negatively. Why? Because all that energy that the body has to take for digestion cannot be used for sleep. So if you go to bed full, I'm sure you've tried it before. You go to bed full and you're there tossing and turning. So what you should do is eat your last meal of the day at least 2 hours. You should try more than 2 hours, but you can start with 2 hours before bed. So say you go to bed at 10, eat your last meal at 8. And then try to push it back earlier and earlier, like 7, and then try what was that? Try 6 p.m. and then you will find out that the earlier you eat, the better you sleep. Okay? Another tip, number 3. Number 3, stimulants, caffeine. I know this is really controversial because people love their coffee and their tea and the Monster energy drinks, but caffeine, it really gets you very excited, very activated. You may think that you may be one of those people that say, I have a cup of coffee before bed and I sleep fine, but trust me, you won't get really deep quality sleep if you are under the effects of caffeine. So caffeine lasts in the body for 6 hours. So 6 hours before bedtime, you should not be taking any caffeine at all. Okay? I know this is hard because people love their coffee, but there are plenty of alternatives. You can maybe try some decaffeinated coffee or switch it up for some juice or some tea, but quit caffeine. Ideally 6 hours before sleep. Okay guys, camera cut off. Where were we? Number 4. Number 4 would be have a wind down routine. So 2 or 3 hours before sleep, you should be getting chill, getting calm. You should be doing activities that lower your heart rate. Okay? Things like you can read a book, you can do some yoga, you can stretch, you can watch a movie. But if you're gonna be in contact with some screens, ideally you should be avoiding blue light from the screens, okay? So if you can use the app, there's an app called Flux on Apple that it just dims the lights, so that's really good. And I'm sure there's plenty of apps in Android as well. So try to wind down before sleep and don't use any bright lights. And engage into relaxing activities, because the key for quality sleep is actually having a low heart rate. So if you engage in arguments, or even if you do heavy exercise before sleeping, your heart rate is gonna be up, and that sleep won't be as good. So chill out before bed, calm down, get that heart rate down, and you will find that you sleep that much better. And finally, the fifth and last tip, which it may sound obvious but it's not, some people overlook it, is you need to be physically tired in order to sleep, okay? If you've been in your house every day doing nothing, sitting on the sofa playing video games, you're not gonna be very tired, are you? So the body needs to be physically exhausted and physically tired. So get out there, move, play sports, run, do some cycling, whatever. You need to be physically tired. Ideally, you should be doing your highest training session in the morning, okay? You can also train in the afternoon, but what exercise does, if you do heavy exercise in the afternoon, is gonna elevate that heart rate that we talked about previously. So ideally, you should be doing your hardest workout in the morning, so that when evening comes, you can begin to get into that phase of winding down and chilling for bed. So yeah, if you're stuck all day in home and you don't go out, then when nighttime comes, don't complain if you can't sleep, because the body needs movement, and the body is a machine. It needs to be moved. We need constant movement daily. So even if it's windy, even if it's rainy, even if it's snowing, whatever, you should get out there and get that body tired. Okay? So that would be it. Apply those 5 tips. The food, the sunshine, the wind down routine, the exercise, and I'll promise you'll be getting better quality sleep. Okay? Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and good night, and have a good night's sleep. Peace.